When was the last time you kicked a door in? I want to share a story with you guys today that's not about fighting. It's actually a story about a man who saved my life. I honestly owe pretty much all my success to this individual and the advice he gave me that I'm going to share to you through this story because I hope it inspires some of you out there. One of the most valuable things I have in this world is my relationships, my connections with people. It's because I put such a high value on my connections and my relationships. This has given me the opportunity to sit in rooms with some extremely creative, successful people and glean advice and information off them and just build relationships with these type of people. And I know not everyone has that opportunity. So through these stories and this story in particular, I want to share some of the advice I have been given over the years. And in this particular story, it's a piece of advice that changed my life forever. It pretty much saved my life. Because if it wasn't for this man, I probably would have went back to selling drugs and doing whatever I had to do to make money. This man gave me a piece of information that was like pouring gasoline on a fire that was already inside me. And that's what I want to do today. I want to light some of you on fire by pouring gasoline on you. I was born to light people on fire. Just ask Brad Paninsky. Inside joke. So, here I was about 2012. I'm sitting at the Gem Diner having eggs, I believe, and steak and eggs, I think, and some coffee with this gentleman. And this gentleman is one of the most successful people I know. He has built an empire and he's built a castle. This man literally designed and built his own castle. So we're sitting there and we're talking, we're having lunch. And I am at rock bottom in my life. I just been laid off from a job that I loved. It's been about 2 months and I can't find any work. This job, I was a educator on drug education, addictions. I wrote programs for therapists and counselors on how to teach on addictions. But the state cut all the funding for this job, so the company had to lay me off. It's probably the best company I ever worked for in my life. So I'm just at rock bottom. I'm defeated, I can't find work, and I'm miserable. And here I am having lunch with this guy. And I remember, it was amazing because he took time out of his day. This very successful man who makes millions, and I make barely enough on unemployment to cover lunch, took time out each week to have lunch with me. So we're sitting there, and he takes a sip of his coffee. Like that. I made a cappuccino, it's delicious. And I'm telling him about how I lost my job and I can't find work. And he says to me, so what? So what if no one will hire you? So what if people don't value you? Your value, Kobe, does not come from what people think of you or the opportunities they give you. Your value comes from how you see yourself. He takes another sip of his coffee. Then he looks at me and says, Kobe, don't sit around and wait for opportunity to come. It never will. Sometimes in life, doors close on you and you can't find any opportunity. It happened to me. And you know what I did, Kobe? I made my own opportunity. You can't sit around and wait for opportunity and things to happen for you. What you gotta do, and here's a piece of advice, just the way he said it changed my life forever, opened my eyes, and I hope it changes you guys. He says, what you gotta do, Kobe, is you gotta build your own door and kick that in when no one else will give you an opportunity. When you can't find opportunity, build your own doors and kick those dang things in and create your own opportunity, create your own way in. Don't ever wait for someone to give you opportunity. This man took a sip of his coffee, got up, and walked out, completely gangster. The power and conviction in his voice just changed me and made me think differently and inspired me. It was like that first move you take in chess, where you take one move and it opens up 20 other moves for you after that first move. This concept of making my own door, because I was always an entrepreneur, but I didn't know how to translate that into my workforce, created me to start thinking of what I could do. And from that, I created my own non-for-profit in 2012. And from that non-for-profit, I started writing programs and different things that schools can implement in their schools, and those things got picked up and paid my salary for years. I created my own way into doing ministry because that's what I wanted to do. I didn't wait for anyone to give me opportunity. I created my own coffee company, which actually led to a TED Talk that I did that actually inspired through a book that I wrote that became an Amazon bestseller, all because I started making my own doors and kicking them in. This man changed my life, saved my life, and showed me what it's like to make your own doors and kick them in. Never wait for opportunity. So as I look back at this story, here's my advice I want to leave with you guys. Hopefully that inspires you, but also this. This is what I've learned over the years. The slower you move, the faster your dream dies. Let me say that one more time. The slower you move, the faster your dream dies. This has been 2 Minute Tuesdays. And remember, it's always a good day if you don't have to use your right.